What up, everybody? It's your boy Tron. How about old man Tron, actually? Happy Friday. Shout out to all you Walmartians out there who have traveled to every Walmart to steal the Boba Fett's out of the boxes. We appreciate you. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy in all your life than Walmart getting the exclusive on any toy. I think I'm allergic to Walmart, to be honest with you. Every time I go in there, I've got like 5 minutes to get what I gotta get out before my eyes swell up. It literally is like the Toys R Us sweepstakes back in the day, where you basically had, it was like a minute to just grab everything you could. If I had a time machine, I would go back just to do that. I wouldn't care. No historical events. No. Would I go back and get an all sports almanac? No. I'd go back just to do the Toys R Us sweepstake. This one's going to be a quick one. I've always had this question, and I've seen a couple other people ask this question also. How hard is it to take the sticker off the retro toy packaging, the retro Star Wars packaging? Being a graphic designer myself, I gotta agree with some people why they did this rough up job on the edge of edges of these. No person that actually would have collected one of these would have let it get into shape. I wish it would have just been clean, but nevertheless, we still get the figures, so I'm good with it. Other than the cards being a little, warped and arced, so you got to pick through the pack to find one that's not, a half circle. Still pretty cool. Glad they made them. So basically, I've had the question. I've seen a couple other people ask the same question. How hard is it to get the sticker off the front of them? Because I think we all wish that they weren't there. So I actually have my vintage Yoda, who is missing cane and snake. Started to get into collecting vintage Star Wars, then realized how expensive the accessories were and stopped dead in my tracks. However, for look's sake, I think this cane and this snake is gonna look good enough until I find a real one. So I bought an extra one that the terrible part about this is they both were the same price, so it wasn't like it was discount, but I actually looked for one that had a little messed up package so I wouldn't feel bad about opening it. And so that's what I'm actually about to do. Is I was mid opening, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop and make a video about this, because if I just try to take pictures, it's gonna be hard to see. So I've half peeled this off, and as you can see, let's see if I can use the light here. Leaves a little residue, and it's a tad sticky, but it comes off. And so if it's curious, like some stickers, have that like weird poly blend on them that you can just peel right off and they don't leave a mark. They weren't that nice to us with these stickers. They did leave a little, let's see if I can get the sheen on there. They leave a little bit of residue, and it's a tad tacky, but I think you could probably get that off. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and finish real quickly. I'm just gonna pull this. I'm gonna gently. So like all I did was start at a corner, and I just started kind of eat. I mean, you got to do it slow, so don't get give yourself maybe crack a beer open. Give yourself a good 5 or 10 minutes, and just slowly. I mean, super slow, but I mean, obviously once you get enough of it off where you can get a grip, it makes it a little easier. And we'll see once I get this off if it actually leaves any other residue. Sometimes when you get it going, it won't leave the residue, but I kind of feel like, nope, it left total residue. So pretty sticky, pretty crafty little sticker there. 1 ply. So I don't know if you can see there, it leaves the circle. Not terrible. I would have to think that maybe I'm just guessing at this point, maybe some Goo Gone would get it off, or if somebody knows, maybe you want to comment, if somebody knows some something that will, because it's not thick. So like, obviously, I'll be honest, I went a little fast for the video's sake on the end, and you can see here where I left a little, probably more sticker residue than in the center before I started this video. It was coming off pretty clean. So here, if you go too fast, that's what's gonna happen. You can hear my finger sticking to it. So go slow. Maybe you can get, what's up? Look at that. Sweet treat delivery. I'll take that. Actually, it's a mashed potato. Thank you, boo. So yeah, so here's a good difference. Go slow, and you can get most of it off. Go fast, it's gonna leave the sticker residue on there. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show that before I crack this baby open. And yeah, go slow. If anybody has any suggestions, I don't know if Goo Gone will do it. Maybe not. Maybe that'll destroy it. I have some Goo Gone, so maybe I'll give that a try, and I'll post in the comments what happened. But yeah, so before just out of curiosity, so if that was your only question, you can stop watching.
Time out. Okay, so after I made the video, did a little messing around, and read a little bit online. Some people say you can use lighter fluid, which sounds crazy, but I have seen some videos where people have used lighter fluid to get mold and sticker residue off packaging, and it does work. Does it make your toy smell like lighter fluid and or more flammable? Probably. Don't have any Goo Gone. Thought I did. But I kind of just was messing around with this and just using, you know, whether it's just the oil in your fingers, the tackiness of your skin, just by rubbing it, I was actually able, I don't know if you can tell, I was actually able just to rub it off with my fingers. Takes a little longer than using a chemical, but if you want to, not put a liquid on your packaging and risk messing it up, this actually does kind of work. So as you can see, I got most of the top of it off just by using my finger and rubbing it like this. So you can kind of see right there, there's a piece right there where it's a little sticky still. And so I can just kind of show you real quick. And obviously you got to be gentle and hold the packaging, and this might be easier with the fact that I tore off the bubble. So, you might have to kind of finagle your fingers around a little bit. But just there you can see, I was able to just rub it. And so, this is pretty clean and nice and not tacky at all, really. So yeah, so I think if I were you, and I'll show you real quick. So obviously you can see right there, I got kind of like a half moon. So I can just kind of sit here with my finger and just pull like this. Just continue to pull, and you just kind of, it's going to take a minute, but it's a more natural way to get it off. So that, as you can see, it's just slowly but surely it's coming off. And luckily I think that this has a little bit of wax on it. But now we know that you can peel the sticker off. It's not going to remove the graphic. And if you really want to get the sticker residue off, and like I said earlier in the video, if I'd have went way slower, I might not have ended up with this much residue. The top part where I barely had any residue because I was going super slow came off really easy. And it just basically rubs into just like a little ball, and your fingers are sticky and tacky at the end, but you can wash them. It's better than putting a fluid on the card backs, after all this. It says paper, so you don't want to, wreck it. So yeah, give that a try first. The old finger rub-a-doo. Time again. I just personally wanted to compare the two figures. I'm just gonna trash this. Trash. I know there's a bunch of videos out there comparing the vintage to the new ones. I'm not gonna go, throwing these new ones up in the mix with my real vintage ones, but they're cool background display, and, there we go. In the case, let's see. All right, so new Yoda. Oh yeah, let's do a side by side.
forgive me, Star Wars collectors. I know that there are variants with brown eyes and variants with orange eyes. Some versions being little Letty versions. You know, there's so many different versions. Not sure. I got to be honest and say at first look, especially like with hand detail, if you can tell, real Yoda looks a little more legit. This guy's a little more bland, maybe. His hands don't have quite the detail and little marks in them. I'm not gonna get super deep. Definitely the ears look more legit on a legit Yoda. Yeah, I'm gonna say original, more gangster. Repop, not as good. So, all right, I'll leave the rest of it to you experts. I mainly wanted to shoot this video just to show that you could get the sticker off if you really wanted to. Probably should have done some research and actually see if there's any option to get the sticker residue off, but I think we can figure it out. So yeah, happy Friday, and take care. He's loud. He's okay.